So again, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm looking forward to telling you just a little bit about the MSc in Digital Health and Entrepreneurship. So first of all, before I talk to you about the program, I just want to tell you a little more about who we are and about the Global Business School for Health. So we are the first business school in the world totally dedicated to educating the next generation of health and healthcare management leaders. The school is really about the intersection between healthcare and business. It's an opportunity for you to really, either take business skills or health skills and combine them in a really exciting and interesting way to make a difference for healthcare and of course, patients. And this has never been more important than it is today, because we live in a world where we see not only the pandemic and its impact across health systems, but also we see in different populations, demographic things like aging populations, more people with non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and other related things like strokes and heart disease. All of these things are really important, and they need to be addressed not just from a medical side, but also from a health system side. And so this school is really about unraveling those health challenges, thinking about the pathways, thinking about people who work in healthcare. And more, we hear lots of talk about innovation. And of course, we can define innovation in lots of different ways. But one of the ways that we think about innovation is often in that context of healthcare. And healthcare innovation often includes, things like, digital health. So this program I'm going to talk to you today about is really focused on digital health. It's an opportunity for someone who's interested in learning more about this exciting space. And this is the defining space for healthcare. To learn more and get a real grounding of not only integrating health and business courses, but understanding this fast-paced digital health space. And this space is so integral to everything that's happening in terms of redefining health systems, whether that's at the patient's level, the care team, the organization, or more at a macro level in terms of thinking at the country level. Health, digital health and innovation are front and center. We see here in the UK lots of movements towards reducing people's time in a hospital, making sure that their recovery period is more successful, minimizing trips to the hospital and to the ER, the emergency room. And more of that focuses around digital health and digital technologies and digital opportunities. One of the most important ones we're seeing is remote patient monitoring devices. So all of this is really important and be things that you'll cover in this course. So we often think about med tech and health tech, and they're all very important. But moreover, it takes really an entrepreneurial mindset. And that mindset is so important when you're thinking about this important space and thinking about how you innovate and also how you implement health. Now, one of the other things I wanted to mention to you as we start here is this program is not designed for people with a health background. It's designed for people with a real broad background who want to either pivot into the health space or particularly are interested in technologies and questions about digital health. So to come into this, you can come from lots of different backgrounds. You need a 2-1, and it is a very competitive program. So you do have to have at least a 2-1 to apply to this program. And you need to have an IELTS of a 6.5 or above, no area less than a 6. You'll have to write a personal statement, and you need to have one reference. I want to just spend a moment talking to you about the personal statement and the one reference. So if you're applying and you've not previously done anything in health, it's really important to have a good reference. Sometimes students don't spend enough time really sourcing their reference and briefing their reference. So make sure you have somebody who can really speak to you. and give you a really solid, very strong reference, and who also knows your interest in healthcare, or digital health. It's important for them to understand your motivation and to speak to you and to speak to this program. The same thing goes for your personal statements. A generic personal statement with a few things about the program at the end is just not going to be good enough for this program. You need to really craft your personal statement so that the person reading it really understands your desire for this particular program and what you will want out of the program, but also what you'll contribute to the program and what are your future aspirations. That's really important. Where do you want to go after this program? So those are just some hints around the admissions process. So who are we looking for then? Well, we're looking really for people who are got an entrepreneurial spirit, have maybe done something in the entrepreneurial space before, or the health space, or want to take an idea or innovation, or just learn more about digital health to make a difference in the lives of others. So people who do this degree can be people who are looking to run startups, looking to be employees with an entrepreneurial mindset. It's really open to a variety of different students and different backgrounds. I'm now going to just take a moment to tell you just a little about the program itself and how it's going to run and what's going to feel like in your experience on this program. So before you even come onto the program, we're going to give you a self-paced course on global health with a focus on health systems. And again, when we talk about health systems, it's not just at the macro level, national level. It also means health systems at the organizational level. It can be at the care team, and also different cohorts of patients and subgroups of patients within cohorts of patients. So health systems is a very broad term, and we'll help to unpack that term, tell you about different kinds of health systems, systems with different payers and providers. Universal healthcare will be a topic that'll be covered. So that will give you a real broad introduction to the health space before you even start the program. Then you'll come for a one-week induction. It'll be an exciting opportunity to bond with others in your cohort, get to know more about your program, understand how it will work and the kind of schedule that you'll have. And then you will start into the program. This program is designed to give you lots of exposure to different approaches and different individuals who will really bring a wealth of expertise and information about this important topic. In your first term, you'll take 4 modules. One will be called Digital Opportunities. The other one will be on digital health and telemedicine and AI. And then you'll have one on also on digital health startups, and then research methods and tools for digital health, which is integral because there's a lot of discussion and debate about just what are the ways in which we show that digital health and digital health innovations are really making a difference in healthcare. Then in term 2, you will take, again, 4 modules, and those will start to take you into other different areas. So you'll get a fantastic course in human factors of digital health with a real focus on co-production with patients. One on health assessments that will, again, look at frugal technology, which is so important. But you'll also get a course on changing health systems. And then last but not least, a course on marketing healthcare and with a focus on digital health. And alongside these, you'll work on 2 very important projects. One of those projects will be, again, an individual research project, but the second one is a group project, and you'll have started that project. It runs across the whole year. It's a really exciting opportunity to work as a team, and you'll have an industry mentor, a company, a firm that will be working, a startup that will work along with you and your team members, and you'll be coming up with a digital innovation, an idea. You'll put together a business case and a pitch, and those will be due in term 3, and that'll be part of your final capstone assessments on this program. So it's a wonderful opportunity to learn lots about this important space, meet entrepreneurs. You'll have lots of guest lectures. We'll have opportunities for networking throughout. So you get a real grounding and experience of what it's like to be in this fast-paced, changing area. I also want to just talk about a couple scholarships that we have that you could apply to. We have a Women's Healthcare Leaders Scholarship. And of course, today is a very special day. It is the International Women's Day. And so I'm really happy to tell you about that. You can get up to £5,000 discount. If you identify as a female, you can apply for this. It's not only the £5,000 scholarship that you can get, but you also will get an opportunity to get some additional coaching and leadership training. Women make up the vast majority of our workforce globally in terms of healthcare, and yet they make up a small percentage of the leaders. So this is an opportunity to help, really promote females in this digital health space. We also have another scholarship if you're from East London or you work in East London, and that's partly because our campus, which is part of UCL and the big UCL, is in UCL East. And I'll talk some more about our campus in just a minute. There are also other scholarships that you can apply to. UCL has a scholarship finder. You can just go UCL scholarship finder into any web search and pull it up. And you can put in prospective student and the kinds of scholarships you want and see what kinds of scholarships and bursaries available. If you're an overseas student, you might check out the British Council to see what's available in your country. There's also, if you're from the US, you can apply for a federal funding loan. If you're in the UK, you can also apply for a graduate loan. So there's lots of different ways you can fund your education in addition to paying yourself. In terms of your career, this will be front and center. So across the entire year, as you study in this digital health program, you'll have opportunities. And we start to really help you think about your career, not at the end of the program. We start right at the beginning of the program. We realize that master's programs such as this are just 1 year. And so you can't wait till January to start looking for a job. We also will have a job board in the school, which will highlight different internships and opportunities offered through a variety of different employers who approach us and are eager to employ our students. So you'll get opportunities. There'll be events, resources, career workshops. UCL's career services is amazing. We also have innovation in enterprise services. We do have an enterprise zone, which you can get involved in. We have a hub and a hatchery. So if you've got ideas for starting your own business, UCL is a fantastic place to take those forward. And as I mentioned, you'll have industrial mentors. We have a real special program called Health Executives in Residence, where you can book office hours with people who are experts in this area to get career advice. And last but not least, you'll be joining an alumni network, and UCL has literally hundreds of thousands of alumni across the globe who are willing to talk with you and network with you and help you craft your career. Some of the career destinations you might think about, of course, digital health is so central to everything that's happening in the health ecosystem. So you could think about health consultancy, you could think about jobs in big pharma, big tech, biotech, public-private health space. The opportunities are immense. And of course, you might even want to go into business for yourself and have a startup. And all of that is possible through this degree and through UCL. Now, of course, that's really lots about the program, but also very importantly is the extracurricular activities and student support that UCL has. So I want to just talk about that for a minute because UCL is an amazing place to be a student. We have a wonderful student union, which has clubs and societies. We have over 250 clubs and societies. And you might, with your colleagues in this program, want to start a digital health club. We've got sporting events and opportunities there as well. There's also other societies where you can volunteer and join and engage in a charity. And then also, I want to take a moment just to talk about student support. We've got a fantastic student support and well-being team. They help with mental health, well-being, counseling services. So you're always got someone to talk to. The student union also has an advice service where you can call and get advice. We have something called Ask UCL. You can put in any question you have there. And then there's also the international student team, who are there to help you, not just with visas, but any other kinds of questions that you might have. And in the department, in the School of Global Business School of Health, we'll have people, you'll have a personal tutor, as well as be able to talk to industry leaders. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to really engage and be supported. Now, this program will be ran in this building right over here, which also, by the way, we've got fantastic student accommodations, and you can apply to be in those student accommodations. It's on the former Olympic Park, which is now the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It's a beautiful facility with water running through it for all sorts of activities. There's the aquatic center as well. So it's just a fantastic place to be. You're a part of UCL and UCL's bigger campus, so you can hop on a train and in 8 minutes be at St. Pancras and walk across the street to the Bloomsbury campus. So you really have the best of both worlds. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's brand new. It's exciting with, like I said, student accommodations. Also on the Olympic Park will be cultural activities and other education activities and other students from other universities. You'll also find the largest shopping complex center in all of Europe, which is the Westfield Shopping Center at Stratford. It's right 2 minutes from where you'll be studying. And so it's just really, and it's probably one of the most cost affordable kind of areas within London as well, in terms of thinking about your student accommodation and housing. But moreover, you'll be in London. And London is a fantastic place to be a student, to engage. So Bloomsbury is home of UCL. There's tourist attractions, there's sports events, parks and greenery. It's just fantastic. And it's a world leading city. And not surprisingly, ranked #1 in the UK for a place to study. So that's really my presentation. I'm very happy to take some questions. I've got another presentation tomorrow at noon about our global healthcare management analytics route. This week, we're really promoting our kind of digital type programs. We've also got something later in the month about scholarships and funding. And of course, our flagship program is our UCL MBA in Health. And so we welcome any questions you have about that. And there's events on that coming up as well. So I'm really now going to shut down my slides. It's been a fantastic opportunity to present to you. If you've got any questions, you can put them in the chat line and I'll be happy to address them. I'll give you a minute just to think about your questions and then happy to answer those. So please, if you've got any questions, you can put them in the chat line now. If not, really, thank you so much for your time. It's been great having the opportunity to talk to you. I hope you'll consider applying for this program. Like I said, it is a very competitive program, but we do have spaces still, and we're working through applications, and we're still giving some offers. So please feel free to come back to us. Also, we're always available. You can write our admissions, and we're happy to answer any questions that you might have. All right, well, I don't see any questions coming into the chat. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great evening, a great rest of the afternoon, wherever you're at. It's been fantastic presenting to you, and I hope that answered all your questions. But again, if you want to send us a question through our email system, please do that as well. Take care, and great meeting you. Bye.